G'day guys, my name's Dave and welcome to another Guitar Zero to Hero song tutorial. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to play When I Come Around by Green Day, which is an awesome tune. Now for the basics of this song, you'll just need your guitar in standard tuning and you won't need a capo. I will note that Billie Joe actually has his guitar detuned to flat tuning. However, I think it's just as easy to play this song in standard tuning as well. There are some minor changes, especially in the solo, but other than that, I think it's easier to just stick to standard tuning. All the tones you hear are recorded using the Boss Katana 100 Mark II. I'll leave a link to the tone patch in the description below. Now, if you want to master your chords back to front, then be sure to head over to guitarzerotohero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. Or if you want to improve in guitar in general, then check out Guitar Zero to Hero Premium, which is my complete step-by-step guitar course. Let's jump into the lesson. Okay, let's get stuck into the intro, which is quite simple. So we're going to start with an F#5 power chord. So to play that, we'll have our index finger on the 2nd fret of the 6th string and ring and pinky on the 4th frets of the 5th and 4th strings. Now with your index finger, as you're fretting this 2nd fret of the 6th string, have that index finger lie across and lightly touch all the other strings. So don't have your index finger lifted from the other strings, have it lightly touching the other strings, so that when you strum your power chord, only the strings that we want to ring out will ring out, and that's what we want when we're playing a power chord. Now we're going to strum this chord with that down, 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 up, but on the first two down strums, what we want to do is actually palm mute them. So to palm mute, take the fleshy bit of your palm, rest it lightly on the edge of the bridge. Now if you go too far in, nothing's going to ring out and you won't hear that chug sound, so you want it right on the edge of the bridge. So the first two down strums with that palm muting, and then after that you can just lift your palm and strum the pattern like normal. So down, 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 down. And one more time. Our next chord is a C#5, so just move this shape down one string and up 2 frets. Now to keep the 6th string from ringing out, what you can do is have this index finger lightly touching it underneath, or you can use your free middle finger here to lightly touch the 6th string. Because if you don't mute that 6th string and you play this chord, it'll sound really ugly. So we want that 6th string muted. We'll play the exact same strumming pattern for this chord with the palm muting as well. So, and then for our second bar, we'll shift the shape up to the D#5, so up another 2 frets at 6th and 8th fret. We're going to strum this twice, but the first strum will be palm muted. So palm muted, then open, and then we're going to do a muted strum. So you can lift your fretting hand and strike the strings with a downstroke. Now you want your fingers still making contact with the strings so that you get that muted sound. And then we'll end by going to a B5 power chord. So that's the same shape, just down at 2nd and 4th. And we'll strike that regularly on the end beat after the 2. So the second bar, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. For this second bar, all these strums are at 8th notes, so 1 and 2 and. So you change that B5 on the end beat after the 2. We put that all together and the intro will sound like this. Next we move on to the verse, which is just an extension of the intro we've already learnt. So when we go to our B5 power chord and we hit that, we're going to add an extra down, down, up at the end. So the second bar of this verse, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So the verse in total will sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 Next we get to the chorus, which is really simple. It's just 2 chords and 1 line of tab. So we're going to start with the G# power chord. So it's the same as our F#, but just up 2 frets. We're going to be strumming this at 8th notes with all down strums for a full bar. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then we go up to our B5 for a full bar. For the 3rd bar, back to the G#5. And then for the 4th bar, back to our B5. But we only strum this 5 times and then we mute. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And that's it for the chorus, which sounds like this. The final thing to learn is the solo. Now, when you see Billie Joe play this live, his fingering is a little bit different since he is playing in flat tuning. But personally, I think you can play this song just as well in standard tuning, and it's a lot easier than having to detune your guitar. So for this solo, we're going to start in this position. So index finger barring across the second frets of the first and second string, and our ring finger will fret the fourth fret of the fourth string. Now with this third string, we want that muted, and to do that, you just use your free middle finger to lightly touch that string. For our first 4 plucks, we'll hit the first string, second string, fourth string, and back to second. And we'll pluck that with an up, up, down, down. Now the second half of this will be identical in terms of our picking, except we'll just change our shape. So we'll take our pinky finger and we'll put it on the fourth fret of the first string, and we'll pluck the exact same strings. So the first bar. For the second bar, we'll lift our pinky finger and we'll strum this shape twice, and then we'll hit the fourth string by itself, and then we'll put our pinky finger down on that first fret and we'll strum this shape and hold that out. That's all at 8th notes, so 1 and 2 and 3. And then we're going to lift our pinky finger and end with down, down, down. So the second bar. For the third bar, we're going to be just doing all strumming. Now the strumming pattern here is down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Again, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. But we're also going to put our pinky finger down on the highlighted strums that you see down here. So just follow along with the annotation and tab, but we'll put our pinky finger down momentarily and then lift it later on. And it'll sound like this. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. And one more time. And then for the final bar, we'll slide up to the third fret of the third string with our index. And then with the ring finger, go to the fourth fret of the second string. We'll strike these 2 strings twice. And then with your middle finger, go onto the fourth fret of the third string. And then at the very end, just hit any of these higher notes on the low string and slide out. So the final bar. And the solo in total. Now, if you're playing this on an acoustic guitar, nothing changes. Everything I taught you remains exactly the same. It just obviously sounds better on the electric guitar with distortion because that's how the song was recorded and written. Now, in terms of guitar tone, to get that distorted sound, I'm just using a high gain amp channel, and then I've got the gain turned up really high and the EQ all roughly flat. You can get a similar result by using a clean amp channel and just using a distortion pedal if you wanted to. Now on the guitar settings, I'm using my bridge pickup, so the pickup closest to the bridge, and I have my tone and volume all turned up at 10. That's everything you need to learn for this song. So now I'll be doing a full playthrough of the song, and I'll have a vocal track on top for some context. Feel free to play this back as many times as you'd like to practice, play along to, and see how you go.
Someone else
Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this lesson, then I know you'll absolutely love these other lessons too. So hit the link here, or if you want to grab a copy of my free guitar ebook, then head over to guitarzerotohero.com or click the link here. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.